All right, today we're going to be talking about a social media strategy for a 9-round kickboxing and fitness. Now, I want to make it clear before we begin that this is not a knock to the brand of 9-round. We don't want to highlight what they're doing wrong. This is not us trying to save a sinking ship. 9-round kickboxing and fitness has been around since 2008, and they've expanded since then over this last decade. Excuse me, to 750 locations. So clearly, they're doing something right. So we want to take what's good and make it great by the use of social media, which is why we have a strategy with how to use the social media that exists already and make it better so they can expand their brand. Because the issue does come in, because there has to be a reason for a strategy. The issue does come in when 9-round has 750 locations across multiple states, but they only average a couple hundred likes barely on Instagram, a couple hundred views on YouTube with very limited comments. So their activity is very low, which tells me that their visibility is also very low on social media. The brand could use some improvement. We're going to use 4 platforms to do so. 4 plans, 4 platforms, that being YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And we have all of such. Now, our objectives generally of this whole strategy is to strengthen their presence on social media, increase brand visibility, and expand the brand across multiple platforms. Now, this one seems like a given. Expand the brand across platforms. But what we want to do is to use these interrelated parts. The strategy for each platform is different, but they are going to be in unison to the consumer. And we're going to all have a relationship to each platform. The first of which being Facebook. And what we want to do is the target audience are middle-aged people who have responsibilities. That's why at 9-round they don't have a specific workout time, so that someone doesn't have to schedule their lives around the time frame, so they can come in and get their workout and go about their day. That target audience and that demographic tends to kind of stay within their circle and within their routine. So with Facebook, what we want to do is we want to use Facebook to invite those people who deal with those things to be a part of the community around them that they may miss otherwise. And so what we'll do with that is we're gonna use announcements, testimonials, and diet tips, and let the followers and the consumers speak amongst themselves, and we're gonna help and foster and build community that way on Facebook through those announcements, testimonials, and diet tips. Research indicates that most people, the people who use social media the most or on Facebook the most are middle-aged women, and who are also the main targeted demographic for I did a project for Third Wave Coffee, so I keep being tempted to say 9 Wave, but 9-round kickboxing and fitness. For the main demographic are middle-aged women. So our demographic, our target audience is on Facebook. That is our justification for using Facebook in this way, to get them out and to help them to be a part of the community that we're building. That is what Facebook will be used for the most part. The objective is to have a 10% increased traffic by the end of the first quarter on Facebook. And that's likes, comments, shares, any kind of activity on Facebook. We want to have a 10% increase in those numbers. Furthermore, we want to have 500 new page likes by the end of the first quarter. That's ambitious, but there's no reason to get into the game if you don't want to shoot for the stars. So we're going for the highest goal. So 500 new page likes by the end of the first quarter. But with the increased volume of content, we believe it's possible. We want to have 15 new interactive members also. When we say interactive, we mean those who are liking and commenting and being an active part of the conversation that's going on, because conversation is what will drive. And we say 15 by the end of the second quarter because it takes someone a little bit longer. There's a process to get someone to engage or commit to a group and say, I want to be a part of this, whether that's whether that be in person or whether that be on a social media platform. It's a process. And so by the end of the second quarter, we believe that it is strongly possible, if not definite, to have 15 new interactive members on Facebook involved in our communities, in our regions. Pause. Now with Twitter, Twitter is more of an emphasis on interaction, and it's more fast paced. And someone may tweet 20 tweets in an hour. Someone may post 20 Facebook posts in a month. A lot more fast paced, and it's a lot more interactive and a lot more hands on. So Twitter's going to be a bit of a different approach. We want to establish interactive relationships. Facebook is where we wanted to let the community build. We'll foster, and then they'll be the flames on the fire. But with Twitter, we want to establish an interaction with them. Twitter is where we want to interact the most with our audience. We also want to use Twitter for public relations and crisis management issues as well. And we'll also be able to speak directly to our consumers. We want to make sure in those comments we are responding and we are engaging with those who are engaging with us, so they know that we're here. We'll have daily motivational quotes, tips, and reminders, and we'll retweet breakthroughs, and we'll give new information and new company promotions on using our Twitter. And we'll also have frequently asked questions like, where can I find one? How much does it cost? Do you have childcare? How long are the workouts? Those kind of questions. We will hopefully we'll get the consumer to ask those questions on Twitter. Now, the objective on Twitter is as follows: we want to increase followers by 15,000 to 2,000 by this time next year. So this is a year-long plan, a year-long process to increase our followers by 1,500 to 2,000 by this time. It will happen. If we adopt this strategy, it will happen. And with this purpose, it will happen. Increase comment and retweet activity by 15% by the end of the first quarter. We want people to relate. So if they retweet, it means they relate or that they agree or that we are hitting the heart of the people. And we want to give them the reason that we're in business, the reason that 9Round, I almost said 9-Wave again. The reason that 9Round is in business is because we want to give the consumers what they need. And by them retweeting, they're saying to us that we agree, we relate, and that is exactly what we think. And if we can increase those retweets and those comments, and especially reviewing the comments, because those are direct feedback, it's more priceless than a purchase, if you ask me. Then I think we're doing our job. We also want to have an increase in positive reviews. If you combine those two, the positive reviews will just come naturally. So I don't think that's something we'll have to push for too much. Instagram will be the most important because it'll be the most visible. It'll be the most in your face. It'll be the most fun and quirky. Oh, I should probably change the slide. Instagram will be what we're going to do with Instagram is communicate our brand personality. We're going to show the faces of those who make up the 9Round family. We're going to show the testimonials and the results of those who began at 9Round and then those who are at 9Round a year later when we have those 2,000 new Twitter followers. Corny humor. So we're going to show results, testimonials, diet tips. We're going to have fun and quirky content. And what we really want to communicate on Instagram is the lifestyle of the 9Round family, of the 9Round nation, as the website calls it. We want to really show the lifestyle, what we value, and how we achieve our goals and our work ethic. And everybody works hard at 9Round. What we're going to do there is we're going to have a once-a-week testimonial, show results, a sneak peek into workout regimen so they know what we're doing. We're going to have real-time updates and brand promotions, coupons, or you name it. We're going to have merchandise sales. We're going to have advertisements for merchandise sales, new t-shirts, water bottles, new protein, or new exercise products in general. We're going to have those things. And they're going to see that 9Round is not just another fitness gym. There are so many gyms that we see here in Lynchburg, Virginia, where we are right now. We can ride past and see so many gyms, and we heard nothing about them, but we just happen to see this little gym tucked away in the corner. 9Round won't be that. We want the people to know what we're doing. We want the people to know and see what we're doing and know that they should be a part of what we're doing because of the personality and the relatability of what they're seeing on Instagram. Now, the objective for Instagram is a 5 to 10% increase in brand promotion. Now, we want to promote more on Instagram because that is where our personality will be. This is where the bulk of our strategy rests, is on Instagram. So we want a 5% increase in brand promotion participation as well. So we want people to be involved and to use the promotion code or purchase that raffle ticket or whatever, what have you, whatever program we come up with at a given time. We want to have consumers being involved at a higher rate than they are now. A 10% increase in merchandise sales. We think if our advertising is on point, like we know it could be, can be, will be, then our merchandise sales will increase by 10% by the end of the first quarter. And that also goes into giving them what they want as far as exercise apparel goes. We also want to have a 25% increase in views on content. The content being some short videos, boomerangs, vines, or what have you, short stories. We want to increase our viewership. We want people to ask what is going on at 9Round. We want to have content out all of the time. We don't want to have it to the point where it's overwhelming or if it's kind of shoved to the consumer. But we want to have it. We want to have just enough content to be able to say that we are an active environment. We have things going on, and you should be a part of what we're doing. And I think having that much activity will communicate itself what we're all about. Last but not least, this by far may be the biggest one, and it being YouTube. YouTube has so many eyes and so many ears every single day. When people are bored, they go to YouTube. When they're excited, they go to YouTube. When they want to find a funny video, they go to YouTube. When they want to find a great video, when they want to find exercise tips, they go to YouTube. So what better place for us to show them the inside of 9Round than on YouTube? We want to show them the workouts. This is where the emphasis on the workout itself. Now, Facebook, we build community. Twitter, we're engaging with the consumer. Instagram, we show the personality of the brand. YouTube is when we show what the brand is. We show what the workouts are, why we work out. We show the trainers. We show the boss. We show the face of those who make up what 9Round is. The consumers, the emphasis is on the consumers in every other platform except YouTube. This is where we'll show the that word starts with a C and I'm blanking on it right now. The administrative side of things. The administrative side of the 9Round. We want to show the trainers why. We're also going to communicate brand personality here as well, but in a different way. Why are trainers training the way that they do? Where do they come from? Who are they? Because nobody wants to go into a completely unfamiliar environment and be motivated to work out and be motivated to change their life. We want them to know what they're coming into and trust what they're coming into. So we want to be as transparent as possible. So transparency across all 4 platforms is what we're aiming for, and the icing on the cake is YouTube, and perhaps the most important piece of the pie. We want to show the activities as close to reality as possible. We want to show the day-to-day machine in motion. We want to show the inside of the doors and in the gym. We want to post sneak peeks into today's workout, similar to Twitter. We want to show 9Round interacting with the surrounding community. Now the goals are simple on YouTube. There are only 2 goals that are necessary. We want to have a 25% increase in likes by the end of first quarter, and that succeeding, every quarter succeeding, we want to have 25 to 50 to 75% increase. We want to keep going higher. There is no limit. But YouTube, we believe, should be the bedrock of this entire strategy, because YouTube is where everyone looks up their exercise tips. So we want to be there waiting for them when they look up their buzzwords. And we want to have 10 to 15 new subscribers by the end of the second quarter. YouTube is even harder to get subscribers, more so than Facebook, because no one likes to get notifications that are useless on their iPhones. No one likes to watch videos over and over and over again when we drop content that is boring or that is more intrusive than welcomed. And so we have to work. There will be a process involved with getting more subscribers as well. But it will happen if we keep putting out useful content and answering those questions that people don't really speak because maybe they're embarrassed, maybe they just don't know they had that question, maybe they thought they had the answer, maybe they were doing it wrong the whole time. Whatever the case may be, We want to be there to meet the consumer's need with the information and with the peek into what we do. We want to answer those unspoken questions and spoken alike. So by the end of the second quarter, 10 to 15 new subscribers to our YouTube channel. We should take that serious. This strategy overall will increase the activity across all brands, and of course, the main goal is to add new members to the 9Round family. So this strategy, if adopted, will by all means help us meet our goals with 9Round. Expand the brand, make us more visible, and make us more trustable and reliable, and then give us more better equipment, give us better information, better trainers. We can have all things that are progress, that represent progress, but it all starts with social media so that we can be visible and trustable by the audience. Thank you so much for your attention, and I really appreciate it. Have a great day.